Hey guys, it's Kugli again with another ROM review, and this time I've got the Resurrection Remix version 5.7 for the OnePlus 3, so stay tuned for that. So guys, the OnePlus 3 has a lot of ROMs, and one of those amazing selection of ROM is the amazing Resurrection Remix, which has been available for almost entirety. I've reviewed that on almost all my phones, and that is really amazing. It's an amazing ROM. It was available for my S3, it was available for the Nexus 5, it was available for the Z3 also, but I haven't yet gotten to reviewing that. Also, it is now available for the OnePlus 3, so that is really amazing. Let's get started now. First of all, what you would see here is the lock screen, which is a standard Marshmallow lock screen, nothing special there. So I will be unlocking that with my fingerprint. So fingerprint reader is working. First of all, in the settings menu, first of all, what you would see here is that I have not enabled the dark mode because I don't like the dark mode on here. In the About Phone page, you can see it is Resurrection Remix version 5.7. released on this date for the OnePlus 3, so that is pretty nice. The device model is for some reason unknown, which I'm not entirely sure why. It is Android 6.0.1. It is not available. The latest version of Android 7 is not available for OnePlus 3 right now. It does have the July patches, which is amazing to see. It is right now it's 11th July, and the security patches of 5th is already applied, so that is really nice to have. Resurrection, as you can see, this is the build number, so you do have that. The SE Linux status is enforcing, so you do have that. Let's get into settings, which is the big kahuna in this ROM, because this is an actual feature-filled ROM. You really can't get more features out of a ROM than this one. Let's get started now. First of all of these are standard features. I won't be going through all the standard stuff because there's a lot of other stuff which I need to cover. In the configuration menu, this is the big cheese of this ROM. You do have all the extra settings within this. Amazing, you have all of that. Let's get into the status bar. In the clock customization option, you do have options to say change the clock location. I prefer center with a date small and AM PM small, so you do have that. Right now it's overlapping because I have enabled far too many stuff right now, so just for you guys know. It does have date style. Date style can be changed, its position can be changed, all of this. Even the color of the date can be changed to something atrocious, and even the font size to something big. You can have that, pretty nice to have. Battery percentage style, you can actually have something which I have done, like a portrait icon, and with the percentage inside the icon, you do have that. Also, you can enable the battery bar, which can be somewhere, and you can get rid of the icon altogether, so that's also there. Status bar icon, you can also enable what all stuff appears here. Status bar colors, you can also colorize everything here, so you can have a gradient look, so it just enable the gradient. Custom colors can be anything, so you do have an option to do that, pretty nice to have. SIM card colors, you do have SIM card color now. If you don't have any network, so it will turn out to be red, you do have that. Airplane mode also can be changed to something else, so yeah, pretty nice to have. Carrier label can be enabled or disabled. Right now it is keyguard carrier. Status bar carrier is now enabled, so this is my primary carrier right now, so it is still enabled, so that is available here. Carrier label size can be changed to something atrocious. Come on, you can have that. Resurrection logo, I have already enabled the Resurrection logo. You can see that is the logo, and also you can select the position of the logo. You can have it left or right or wherever you want. Also, there is another option for custom logos, where you can enable a custom logo and change what type of logo. If you're a Drupal developer, you can have Drupal logo there, so people can know why you are having that. There's a lot of stuff there. You do have that. Now, status bar weather temperature, you can see there is a 70F icon there, which is basically the temperature of my place right now, so you can actually have that with scale and without scale. You can actually have that, so pretty nice to have. Also, temperature, color, font size, font color, all can be changed to something atrocious again, so you can have that. Brightness control, you do have swipe the status bar for brightness control, so I do use that a lot, and it's really nice. Double tap to sleep is also something there which you can use, and I pretty much use that all the time, so pretty nice. Super user indicator, you can see the hash mark there, which basically means one of my application is using the super user tag, so you can actually disable that or whatever. So yeah, breathing notification is enabled, so the notification LED will breathe when a notification arrives, so that is really nice to have. I personally prefer that than the blinking. Notification drawer, the notification drawer in the notification header, you can customize the header with contextual, time based, poly time based. You can have a lot of stuff there. You do really have a lot of stuff here which I cannot just cover in just under whatever time I have get resurrected. I mean, come on. You have a lot of stuff here. Texture Smart, all of that is available. You have to really go through all of them to understand what you like and do that. So pretty nice to have. Header items, you can also change what all stuff appear here. So you have a task manager, heads up notification, enable, disable. All of that can be customized from the header items option here. So you can even disable the weather. I have enabled the weather option here so that I can see weather whenever I expand my notification window. So you do have that, so pretty nice to have. Notification header font and color, you can also change the color and font of these items here. So you can actually change the color and font of the date, time, all the weather information, all of these stuff. So now the notification background, whenever you get a notification, the background color will be red, and when you long press it, it will be blue, and the clear all icon will be white because I want simplicity in that. Now quick settings, shade stroke, you can have an accent there, so you can see there is an accent there. You can actually change the color also. Opacity also can be changed. All that, stroke thickness can be changed, and corner radius and dash width all can be changed. So you have a lot of customization options. You can really make this ROM yours if you really put in time and effort into it. So you can actually have that. You can see there is a Resurrection Remix logo also there, so you can actually have that, and also change the transparency of it. If you have it full opaque, pretty nice to have. Power menu opacity, so you can also have the power menu to be opaque, or you can have it translucent, or whatever floats your boat. I mean, you have a lot of options to do stuff here. So yeah, volume, dialog, stroke, you can have that. You can change the colors, you can have the opacity of that, so pretty nice to have. Quick setting panel, now you do have a lot of quick setting options here. Number of tiles per row is something which I really appreciate. I really like the 4 tile per row option here, and so that's really nice. Quick tiles, you can actually enable or disable tiles, and there are tons of tiles available, like USB tethering, screen out, ambient display enabler, screen off, reboot, heads up display enabler. All of that can be here. It does have gesture anywhere, which is one of my favorite feature on any ROM, so you do have that. Kill application, caffeine is basically screen on stuff, so you do have that. Navbar visualizer, all of that is available in here, so you can play with that to your heart content, so you do have that. Colors, you can also change the colors of the notification blocks, so pretty nice to have. All of these are available. You can also disable the brightness slider, because I'm using this for brightness slider, so I don't really need a brightness slider there, so pretty nice to have. Now navbar, you can actually enable navbar and have all of this working. I personally do not prefer to use that, because I will have more screen real estate without the navbar, because I already have a navbar at the bottom at the chin, so I don't really need that. Button controller, you do have options to change the bindings of the buttons, but something which I really don't I kind of find lacking is that you don't have an option to long press the back button here and have it switch to another application, which I really like. I really appreciate that. You do have the home button, answer a call, long press action, double tap to screen off. That's something which I personally set. Also, you can select the power button to end a call, so that is also something which I really set. Press power button twice for camera when the phone is locked and the screen is off. Also pretty nice to have. Reset button, long press and short press is available, so you do have that option. Volume button controls playback control ringtone volumes, control the cursor with the volume button is something really appreciate. I really like that when I'm using a DPI setting like 408. It's kind of difficult to just point to all that with your hand. So yeah, volume key answer is also available. Volume key steps can be customized from here, so you can have even 60 steps of volume to change the volume setting. You will be pressing that button to hell if you want to change volume. So yeah, in the recent bar, you do have the recent bar in options. Memory bar can be enabled. I haven't got the memory bar enabled. It shows 3 gigs free, which I don't think is the correct way. I'm not entirely sure why that is showing a different value, but hey, it's still there. So yeah, you can also have the clear all button. You can disable the clear all button. You can also clear all the tasks, including foreground task. That's also available. Immersive reasons, so you can actually have it full screen, navigation bar only or status bar only, so that whenever you click that, everything else disappears. Show clock in the recent menu, show date in the recent menu, you can also have that, so that is pretty amazing. That's pretty rad. You do have alternative reasons like the slim reason, which is pretty nice. I mean, it is a bar which comes from the right or left, wherever you want it to be. And also it has a Omni switch, which was introduced with Omni ROM, so you do have that option also. Lock screen option, you do have lock screen options for security, power menu to lock screen. Okay, now you do have in the lock screen, the power menu will be available. You can also disable that to thwart potential theft issues. Lock screen notification count, so 5 notification is shown in the lock screen, so you can actually have that. Pretty nice to have. Lock screen gestures, now this is really cool. Double tap the lock screen and double tap screen on the lock screen to sleep. So that is really amazing. I really like that, because for people who just turn on the screen to see, I guess, time or date, that's really useful. Now lock screen torch, you can long press the power button while screen is off to turn on the flashlight, so that is also really nice to have, but I can see a few problems with that, so I won't be using that. Lock screen media, so you do have that. Lock screen UI, you can actually have a blurred lock screen UI, so that it is more or less transparent, and you can have that, so pretty nice to have. Also, all of these are there in the lock screen settings. You can customize all of them. Wallpapers and weather option, this is basically C-clock weather, so you can actually enable or disable the C-clock weather, so that you can have a lot of stuff. So I have just enabled the weather option here, so it works. Animations, now you can customize every bit of animation in this device, like I mean, activity open, activity close, all of this can be enabled, disabled, and you can even change the time taken to do that, so you can actually have that. This is basically from AOKP, which went out of business, I guess. I haven't seen anything there. Also, it has toast tiles, which is really nice. I really like this. Translucent, all of that is available. Also, you can enable the toast icon, which shows you where the toast is coming from, like the settings icon there, so pretty nice to have. List view animation, I really like alpha. And where is it? Anticipate, accelerate, decelerate, something like that, so that is pretty nice to have. Power menu animation, you can actually have the power menu animation like this. It's now flying in and all that, so you have that. The keyboard animation, you can also have the keyboard animation there, so a lot of stuff to tinker around with. This is going to take up a lot of time. Gestures, it does have gesture anywhere, which is probably one of my favorite thing in any ROM. So you do have gesture anywhere. You can actually enable gesture anywhere and click there and do whatever you want from any screen, so that is simply amazing. I really like that. It also has the app circle bar, which is again good, but I personally like gesture anywhere because it is universal, so pretty nice to have. Multitasking, it does have a multitasking mode, so you can enable this and you will have all the stuff in multitasking mode. So you can click here and have it in the top, and you can have something else in the bottom, so you do have that multitasking, but this is not as mature as what you would expect something in Samsung ROMs or basically in the new Nougat. You do have floating windows also, which is pretty amazing, so you can actually whatever you launch in Gesture Anywhere can be enabled as a floating window, so you can actually resize and do stuff like that, so you can enable that. This will be floating window, so you can actually change the size of it and do a lot of stuff with it. So that is it in the multitasking. You do also have pie control, so you can enable pie from which direction is the pie enabled from. I don't even know. I have to select, I have to check that. So you do have the pie control, you know the drill, right? So yeah. In the miscellaneous option, you do have SLX enforcing or permissive. You can actually have that selected. So it's basically what you can. So whatever, there are a few applications which break when there is SLX mode enforcing. So just for you guys know, dashboard is available. You can actually change the style of dashboard. All of this can be changed. A lot of stuff. Weather options, you do have a restart system UI even in the this mode, so that whenever you change something in the system UI, if it requires a restart, you can just restart the system UI. So yeah, you can also enable the vibration for fingerprint authentication, which is pretty nice to have. It also has a wake lock blocker, which is pretty nice because wake lock is an issue in all the custom ROMs which I've ever tried. So you do have that option, and that's really nice. You do have a few options for sound control. You can actually disable the camera shutter sound, and depending on your loss, you can do or not do it. So, and you do have OTA updates available for this ROMs. Right now, Resurrection Remix doesn't show up in the official website for OnePlus 3, but it's only a matter of time until it comes up, so I'll be waiting for that. So it does have the theme chooser, which is really nice. This is a CM based ROM, so it does have CM based theme chooser, which is good, and it's good enough. I really like that. Pretty nice. In the sounds option, this is just normal CM stuff, so you can have a launch music application, volume panel expand whenever you click, so you do have that. SIM1 ringtones, SIM2 ringtones, all of that is available here. Increasing ring volume, startup sound is this much, and the ramp up time is this much, so you can have a lot of stuff here. Link ring to notification volumes, all of that can be customized here. Display and light option, you do have live display, which is pretty nice. I really like that. You do have a color calibration mode, which is amazing in my opinion. Every ROM should have that. Theme can be changed to dark, which I said, and this is not black, so that is why I don't really prefer this. You do have ambient display. You can add with those settings, so that is really amazing. You do have those options available in here, so it does work. Now LCD density can be changed, and I have set it to 440, but I would have preferred a text based input file, because I normally set it at like 408, because that is my preferred DPI setting for any phone. So yeah, that's not available here. So yeah, and the notification size, the font size, I can change the font size to whatever I want. I normally keep it at small because I like more real estate with that. So yeah, you do have battery light and notification light. You can change all the colors of the lights as you need. Notification light can be changed, and yeah, application settings can also be changed by using this. Now you do have additional buttons option, but the problem is that the alert slider does not work in this ROM, which is a huge bummer. The alert slider does not work at all. I have tried a lot of stuff, but it just doesn't work, so I'm not sure what I can do with that. But you do have option to swap the buttons, the capacitive buttons, to do whatever you want. So you can swap it between back and recent, so that is available there. It does have gestures, which are these, which are basically stock OnePlus options. Basically you can draw a circle to turn on the camera, draw a V to turn on the flashlight, except that it doesn't work, because I have drawn a lot of stuff with the screen off. It doesn't work, which is a shame actually, because these are all basically moot at this point. So yeah, doesn't work. Ambient display, more options for ambient display is available here, so you can actually have a pick up and hand wave. So hand wave is there. You do have pocket mode, always enable, all of that is available here. Now the batteries options. Now it does have a battery saver mode, and you can actually disable the warning color, the horrendous orange color, whenever you enable battery saver. So you do have that. That is pretty amazing for me at least. So yeah, right now the battery saver is on, but the status bar is not orange like this thing. This is still okay. So yeah, pretty nice. The battery life. Now battery life was pretty good for me. I mean, I don't really have a problem with the battery life which I received from Resurrection Remix, but I was hoping for a bit more. It is a performance based ROM, I know, but still there was a constant dip of about 5% overnight. So kind of there. Now it does have other stuff also which are available, which are battery saver notification can be disabled, so this will go away. Low battery notification can be disabled, so that will also go away. So yeah, pretty nice. All in all, the battery is pretty impressive, because that is mainly because of the 3000 milliamp battery. Nothing special about the ROM. Now that is it in the settings menu. Now that is what you would expect out of a CyanogenMod ROM, and especially something like Resurrection Remix. There are a lot of settings in here which are just amazing. There is a lot of stuff. I really appreciate all this stuff. That's why I'm saying this is a feature filled ROM, not just a feature packed ROM. This is filled up to the brim. I mean, it's kind of overflowing stuff. So yeah, I've been using this as a daily driver for 2 days, and I'm pretty content with it. I mean, you do have a lot of options to customize your phone and have it work as your phone, as you would like to have it as your phone. So that's really nice to have. So yeah, let me show you guys the Antutu benchmark score, which is I'm not going to put the benchmark, but this is the score which I received. Normally I got about 14,900, 14,800, 15,000, 14,900, whatever. You get the point. So this is higher than the stock ROM is counted for, and still it's on the top of the chart. So as you would expect, this is higher score than what I would expect out of a stock ROM, and that is what I mean by saying that this is a performance-based ROM. Now there are obvious problems with this ROM which will be faced by people who are coming from stock-based ROMs. Like, first thing is no dash charging. The maximum current which the phone can take with this is 1500 milliamps, so no 4000 milliamp dash charging available for you guys as of yet. But there are words that the dash charging binaries will be released at some point after July, so that is something which I'm looking forward for. So yeah, very nice. I guess that much is it about the ROM. There are a few applications available, but nothing special. Everything is what you would expect out of a CyanogenMod ROM. You do have RR statistics which you can send to the developer, which I won't be doing because reasons. The camera. Now the camera is pretty nice. It does take decent photographs quickly, so I have no issues with it. But using the stock camera was pretty nice experience for me, because okay, changing from modes kind of causes it to freeze for some time though. So I would have liked to have some sort of a thing there which doesn't do that. I would have liked to have the stock camera app on CyanogenMod, because that would be amazing, because that is really amazing. Let me show you guys the boot animation, which is pretty amazing. So here is the boot animation for Resurrection Remix version 5.7. It is amazing. I mean, it kind of looks like the Transformers Age of Extinction, I guess. So that thing, transforming into Resurrection Remix logo. Pretty nice. So guys, I guess that much is it about the ROM. There's nothing special which I want to talk about. I mean, this is a very powerful ROM, and I haven't charged my battery for this ROM in a long time now. That is why the red light is flashing. It's been about 1 day, and it does give you the battery life for 1 day, so that's really nice. Now the only problem which I have problems with the ROM is that the alert slider does not work, the lock screen gestures does not work, the camera is okay but not very good. So the battery is also nothing special, but still it gives you 1 day, and no dash charge. That is a big problem for, at least for me. So yeah, I guess that much is it about the ROM. Hope you guys like the video. Please share, subscribe, and like the video if you found it useful. See you guys next time. Bye.